Hello and welcome to another episode of Unlocking You 2.0. I'm Belwinder Marwaha, your transformational leadership coach. Alongside with me is Spencer Bonin, certified emotion coach and body code practitioner. We have been talking this week about having better conversations and just really connecting with people. And today we're talking about taking those conversations and connecting to people on a much deeper level, really getting intimate with people, really getting close. And to start off with, I'd like to ask Spencer to just speak on what's the subconscious side of connecting to people and what can help you and what can prevent you subconsciously from connecting, intimately or deeply with people.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for that. So with this whole, taking this conversation to a deeper level, if we really want to start building deep, meaningful conversations as well as relationships with the people around us, could be, friendship, it could be family, it could be a romantic partner. There's a couple of key factors that, obviously people think that this connection is just an automatic thing that happens, which in some cases, sure, vibrationally you guys just match up and it makes sense. But what a lot of people don't realize is that you actually do have control over that stuff in many cases, which I
Mm,
think you're going to talk a lot about that and how you can improve that on the conscious side.
absolutely.
But subconsciously, there's a lot of things kind of underneath, because if we're going to get into these conversations, we're going to get into these deeper, meaningful relationships, we're
Mhm.
going to need to be able to connect with that person. And there's a couple key energies that I kind of come to mind that I think are really potentially hindering you. If you feel like you just don't get that connection that you really want, or you don't connect with enough people, or whatever it is,
Mhm.
it could be something like this going on. So, like, there might be like a no will to connect with others' energy. That's an actual thing. That's could be happening in the body. There could be a will to. So there's a no will to, and then there's a will to avoid connection. So it's kind of like could be either or, just depending on the frequency. Or maybe you're, scared of opening up yourself and being vulnerable and opening and sharing about more stuff about you, on a personal level that you might not be willing to share with other people very often. So there might be like a no will to be open or vulnerable, or a no will to trust the other person, or even yourself, whatever it is. Those two energies could be very, very hindering on creating a meaningful, uh, deeper level connection or
Mhm.
conversation, because you might just only be safe. Your subconscious mind might think, no, it's not safe to go that far. I can only
Absolutely.
talk about this very surface level stuff. So
Mhm.
if that is if that's you, if you feel like maybe you just really don't get that deep, meaningful connection that you really, really want, or you feel like you can't connect
Mhm.
with people, connect with us. Like,
Yeah.
let me know. Um, Message me, message Ballwinder here. We'll work with that consciously and subconsciously. We'll, you know, let's make this happen, and let's release some of those energies from there. So that's kind of what's a couple of things that could be going on the subconscious side. What's going on consciously? What can we do to kind of consciously shift this, Valley?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Spencer. So the when we want to connect deeper with people, as we've talked about in the last couple of days, connecting with people, having conversations, it's about them. Make it about them, right? But when you're taking it to a deeper level, there's some different things that you can do to connect on a deeper level. First and foremost is eye contact. Eye
Hmm.
contact is huge.
Oh,
Looking
huge.
at whoever you're speaking to in the eyes, giving them your full attention, not half on the TV screen or half on your phone. Just give them your full attention and look right at them in the eyes. And
Yeah.
amazing, amazing results happen instantly. But aside from eye contact, there's a number of other things that you can do as well. So the getting objects away from in between you. So, if you're sitting on one side of a table and the person sitting on another side of a table, maybe it's a sales meeting or maybe it's, somewhere else, get that table or get whatever it is out of the way from in between you. Make sure your body to body is connected. There's nothing in between. And if you're in a
Mhm.
situation where, let's say, you need to work together on something, well, put both of your chairs on the same side of the desk or the same side of the table. Be on the same platform, the same level or the same playing field as them. So again, if this person is standing up, stand up with them. If
Mm,
they're sitting down, sit down with them. Um, build that, be on that same platform, that same level with them. The next thing is body language. Body language is huge. If I'm talking to you like this and I'm really angry, uh, that's going to show up. You're going to see that exactly, right?
anyway.
Um, so you look. The reality is your body language says a lot about you, and if your body language isn't on point, the other person is just going to see devil horns sticking out of your head because they're going to be like, oh my God, this person's evil based on your body language.
Mm,
So really, have good body language. Be open with your body. Smile. Be excited. Be enthusiastic.
yeah.
Um, and have a really good attitude about the person you're talking to with. Listen to what they're saying, ask them the questions that pertain to them, and you'll be able to connect on a much deeper level when you're looking at them, when you're on the same level as them. There's nothing in between you, and just you're truly connecting with them. Now, the last thing I want to touch on is body contact. Now, body contact is very, very important, but it's only applicable in the right circumstance.
Mm,
So don't, go start using body contact with a stranger because you're going to get beat up. Okay.
yeah.
It just won't
Or
go over
slap.
well. Yeah, like it's, I've had, excuse me, I've had the odd person. I've like barely met them and they're talking to me and they'll like touch my hand and I'm like, whoa, hey, don't touch my hand.
Yeah.
But if I do that with my significant other or with my partner, or with a potential person that I'm dating and I'm getting to know, and I reach out and I grab their hand and I say, hey, listen, I understand what you're saying, or you know, oh, I really like what you said. And when you have that connection, it makes a big difference. Same
Mm,
thing if you've got children, connecting with them or touching them or just putting your hand on their shoulder. Um, it makes such a big difference, and you ultimately connect on a deeper level. And the last thing is, if you really want to get to a deep level, is allow yourself to be vulnerable.
yeah.
What that means is just be open. Share things that you typically may not share. And when you share those things that you won't typically share, that will take the conversation to another level because the person will realize that, oh, they're serious or they really want to connect with me or they really want to talk to me. So when you do that, people get this huge connection. They feel really good and your conversations will be so much better. The results maybe you want out of a conversation will become so much better as well.
Mm.
With that said, that's really all the things that you can do on the conscious side to have a deeper conversation and really make a connection. Um, Anything else, Spencer, you'd like to add to that?
No, not at all. I think you basically nailed it, right? And it's, people don't realize just how important like the body language is, squaring up, deep eye
Mhm.
contact. Like it's these little
Absolutely.
things that are actually like are making up most of that communication, right? Like a lot of people think it's
Mhm.
just the words. No, no, no,
Yeah.
no. It's like it's the little micro expressions that
Yeah.
people make on their face and you kind of like imitate or kind of reflect that in yourself because it's like it helps build that connection and it really shows
Absolutely.
what's going on and what you touched on is just so um it's so impactful and I think a lot of people because even for myself like I never used to be this open and like talking in front of a camera, like having conversations with people, like going on a date. What? Like I never used to
Yeah.
be able to really do this. And through all
Absolutely.
this work and doing all the stuff, it's like you really can start to change that stuff. So if this
Absolutely.
is the kind of stuff that you want to learn how to do, you want to build these deeper connections, you want to learn more about what we do, where we're talking about the subconscious and the conscious,
Mhm.
connect with us. But then also what you can do is you can check out this website. What we're doing is we're bringing these two things together through Unlocking You 2.0 through the Inside Out Institute, which is basically combining the subconscious and conscious
Mm.
minds or whatever, if you will, together into one program
Yeah.
where you can really just become the best version of yourself. So you can go to leadyourideallife.com, check that out. There's a couple of really, really amazing videos in there that kind of really start to open your mind and get you excited about life in general, right? And about what's possible. And with that, it's just it's a matter of kind of like going out there and doing that. And with this too, not only is it going to change your life, we start off by changing your life, but then we also eventually get to a point where it's like, if you want to kind of do what we're doing, changing people's lives all over the world, that is a possibility through the Inside Out Institute, where you can actually develop a career through what we're doing. So if that's something that interests you as well, definitely check this out. Now, if you're interested in finding out more, in addition to that, we also have a weekly webinar. This webinar is almost, or every single Thursday. It's just at www.2020recoverymanual.com. This Thursday is almost sold out. It sells out, or not sells out, but fills up because it is free to attend. It's just you have to register, but it is filling up very, very fast. So there's a few spots left. So if this is something that is, really up your alley and you want to find out more and how to kind of take your life to the next level, definitely be on this webinar this Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Mountain Time. With that, I think that's everything that we need to cover here. So with that, I hope you guys have a phenomenal evening, or rest of your day. Evening? It's morning. Rest of your day. And we'll see you again tomorrow for day number 4. And take care, guys.